Tuesdays at 11. All right, bro. We got to talk about something very serious. Chase made a statement Monday night. Do you remember?
Nope.
He said
I don't remember.
there was a very important football game Monday night for Chase.
Oh, yeah, there was.
He said that if the Giants and Tommy DeVito beat the Packers, he was getting a tattoo of Tommy DeVito.
Whoa, no.
Yeah, he did.
Hold on. Pause, back up. Pause, rewind. I did not say of Tommy DeVito.
What'd you say?
I said a Tommy DeVito tattoo.
Okay, that is true. That is true.
And even though...
I'm just here to say that I was a witness.
And even though...
I wish you guys could see my face right now.
Even though I wasn't serious at the time, I am one to stand on business. So I'll figure something out.
Get a DeVito tattoo. When people ask about it, just be like, Danny DeVito. And then just be like, just kidding.
Just get the name DeVito across your back.
What?
Across your back. I was thinking like thigh.
Have you seen Hulk Hogan's back tattoo?
Do you have a tattoo?
No, not yet.
This is going to be your first tattoo?
No.
It can be your second one.
Yeah. It's not going to be my first tattoo.
It can be your second one.
But
I'll let that happen, but you will
I don't
get you will get a Tommy DeVito tattoo. You said it was gonna happen.
So I want to do a sleeve on my right arm, right? Because I'm right-handed, and I bowl. I want my arm sleeve to be the arm that I'm bowling with.
I bowl left-handed, and my tattoo's on my right arm.
Yeah, mine's on my left.
Well, I want to do
And I bowl right-handed.
patchwork on my left arm, just like random shit.
So the DeVito
So the
tattoo
DeVito
is
tattoo
going
is
on the
gonna go
sleeve.
on
Let's go.
It's gonna be Tommy DeVito. Just from
It's gonna be Danny, dude. Get a self-portrait of Danny DeVito on your shoulder.
A full body portrait.
Oh my
It'd fit.
maybe I'll get like the Italian
Yes.
thing.
Dude, his manager.
Yeah, get his manager.
His
Yo, his
manager
manager
is
is cracking
fucking
me up.
wild. I
He
wonder
is-
if that's like real or if
No,
it's
I would
just
say
a play.
he knows that a little bit of that is gonna get blown up if
Oh,
he's
yeah.
seen like that. So,
100%.
but why not? All right.
Fuck both of those Monday night games, though. Honestly.
Hey,
No, listen. I needed
Giants
a...
Nation, bro.
Listen,
Rise up.
bro.
All right.
I needed
got
a gimme
football money.
bet.
I lost money.
I needed a
Basketball
gimme
betting.
bet. So what do? You put $5 on the Dolphins and the Packers to win.
You know what you don't do?
To win $9.05.
And
And what happens?
Lose $5.
Tommy
You lose
DeVito
$5
happened,
because both of the teams lost and last-second touchdowns.
That should be like a free bet.
It should be something, bro.
If you
Like,
lose every leg on your parlay, it should be a free
that
bet.
takes skill.
It should be a free bet.
That takes skill.
Maybe there should be like a leg minimum, maybe like 4 or 5 leg, maybe 5
Yeah.
leg minimum. But if you miss every leg, just always constantly smash the overs.
Yeah.
Just like the highest on like the bench players, just over.
You don't bet against Tommy DeVito, man. That's what you found out.
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, who would have known?
Let's see. Both of my sports teams lost this weekend.
Patriots
Colts
went
and the
on.
Pacers.
Tell me one thing you did this weekend that made you think about something outside of yourself. That you were like, man, that, you know what I mean?
Me and Jade went on
That's not
2
real.
dates this weekend. And it was just a really good time to just think about her.
Okay.
Yeah. And they were both free.
They were free. Oh, that was funny. They were both free. Oh, man.
Chasticles.
I saw my cousin's little baby at league on Sunday,
Yeah.
and that was nice.
And that was
That was nice.
That was. I don't know. I want to be a dad.
Uh,
Not really.
I want to
Like
be a
right
dad.
now?
No, I want to.
Okay.
I want to be in a
Thank God.
position where I can be a dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely not right now. I'm not,
Starts with a license.
well, Starts with a lot of shit. All right, we haven't even knocked down step A. So
steps go to Z.
Steps are way past Z, brother. There are way more than 26 things you need to do. Too bad most people only make it to like about
M.
Not even.
they don't even get to L and O, man.
Yeah, they don't even get to say that part.
When I was younger, I used to say Elmo.
Elmo?
Elmo right there.
H-I-J-K Elmo P. Elmo. Tell you what, bro. There are more homeless people in St. Louis, like, than you would have ever thought. We were talking about. I asked a question, bro. I told you to tell me about something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I was just that's
I
a weird
couldn't,
way to
like,
start it.
usually, you know, like, I've been to Chicago and stuff like that, and you see homeless people that are, and like even in Indy, it's pretty bad. But like, I don't know. I didn't expect to see where we were at because we weren't even in St. Louis. We were like right outside of St. Louis, and it's still in Illinois. It was like we were like 25 minutes from the Arch. We went and looked at that and stuff. But there's people just hanging out everywhere, bro. It's crazy. And like, you know that you can tell they're homeless. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
What really sucks is like big cities like that try to drive them out.
Yeah.
right, and try to send them to other places.
Right. Like, that's so shitty. Me and Jade were walking around Bloomington, and I forget what it was, but we were walking under a bridge, and like the topic of homeless people came up, and she had said that Bloomington like was pushing all of them out. Like, there used to be people like sleeping under that bridge like all the time.
Do you remember going to Dallas?
I didn't go to Dallas.
You didn't go to Dallas when
No.
you were Junior Gold? Are you
No.
sure?
I'm 100%
So Hunter
sure.
went?
Yeah, because I had marching band.
Dude, there were people hanging out like at our hotel. We stayed at a nice hotel. We were there for the week. So like, we stayed at a nice one, and I was younger, so like maybe my perception was just a little skewed, you know what I mean? But like, it didn't seem like we were in a bad spot, like place in town or anything like that, you know what I mean? And there were homeless people sleeping in the dumpster of our hotel, like multiple. Wow. Yeah, like out behind the fence, right behind there was like a wooded area. There's probably like 10 of them back there, bro.
Well, Anderson, when I worked at Aaron's, there was one time when we threw out old mattresses that were disgusting, that just needed to be thrown away.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I went out there for my morning break, and I see a homeless man stealing this mattress out of our dumpster.
Keep it, bro.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna just. You need help?
He was loading it up in a shopping cart.
Heck yeah.
It was very interesting watching him do it. I felt bad, so I went back inside.
When I worked at
Probably not what I should have done at that point in time.
when I worked at Pizza Hut, and it was here in Muncie. Well, here. It was in Muncie. Like twice a day sometimes, we'd have homeless people coming in being like, hey, you guys got any extra food today?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we usually did. So whatever we had, I
right,
would give them, you know?
yeah.
They weren't exactly picky. Like,
Right, yeah.
Well, and
that's
anybody
the best
like,
part.
like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a guy that's
I'm
gonna.
gonna cut that out. I don't think I can now. You guys are laughing too much. Assholes. That's not what I meant.
I'm gonna give you a chance to explain yourself.
Like, that's when I know, like, they're actually homeless.
They're actually needing it. I knew it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I was about to say, because I'm not one of the guys that like I
Right.
see somebody holding a sign, you know, I'll need money or blah blah blah. You want a sandwich, bro? I'll meet you at Arby's. I've done that before. There are people that
Right.
sit at that four-way section by the bowling alley all the
Yeah.
time. I've literally met somebody over at Arby's to give them a sandwich before.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do that. I'll help you, but I'm not gonna just throw out $10. Somebody asks for $10. I mean, I got a couple bucks. I might. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'd say I do. You know, probably. It's probably 50-50. I'm not even gonna say that I do it more times than I don't, because that's probably false.
Where my story was going was, I was leaving Porta one day, went to Walmart, had chips and salsa left over, saw a homeless guy right across the street. He had military uniform on. I'm always pretty hesitant on that because if they only have one piece of clothing on, especially, just because you never really know. And so when I went and handed him, like, offered my chips and salsa, and like 9 times out of 10, if I would have done that, it's like, do you have anything extra?
Right, yeah.
Like
Anybody?
so that always just makes me hesitant to do that.
Right, yeah.
So when they're really appreciative, that's when it...
For sure. There's definitely, like... There's sometimes I do it and I'm like, man, you didn't even... Like, there was no appreciation. Like, the fact that you immediately was asking for more and you're in a situation, like, I don't have to help you. You know what I mean? Like, not and I do believe everybody should help when they need to, but I'm just saying, like, in that moment, like, when your first response is, that's it? Like...
Right, but
whoa.
that also brings up the question that the TV series Friends actually gave. Is there any selfless good deed?
Tell me why I was literally just thinking about that. Because every time that thought crossed my mind, I think about that Friends episode.
I don't think it matters, if that makes sense. Like, if I'm helping you, it's going to make me feel good most of the time. I think the selfless good deeds are knowing that it's not going to help you, regardless. Like, even if it makes you feel good, like, that's cool. But, like, if you know that you're not getting anything in return in terms of, like, if it's just satisfaction, I would consider that a selfless good deed. But if you're going to say that, like, oh, you're still doing that for yourself because it makes you feel good, then no, there's no selfless good deed. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to do something just to do it, like without that satisfaction. Like, you're not going to just do something to be mad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If you know it's going to hurt you and you still do it, that's a selfless good deed, I'd say.
Okay. That's a good point of view on it. I like that.
But I mean, yeah, you don't give the homeless $1 like you're doing it. Yeah, awesome that it gives them $1, but it makes you feel good. Like, in all honesty,
yeah.
But obviously, I think if you're in the situation, help every time. But I mean, does it matter? You know what I mean? Like, if you're not doing it for the clout, like, if you're doing it is for the simple fact that did make me feel good. But if you're, like, as soon as you do it, you're posting on Facebook, just saw a homeless dude, gave him $5 and a sandwich, like, that's not selfless.
Right.
You know what I mean? That is,
Looking
hey,
for
look
the
at me, look what I
attention.
did. Yeah, look, if you're looking for the clout, exactly.
Gratification.
Exactly. But if you're doing that to fulfill your own sense or your own,
Mind.
satisfactions, then I would say that's still considered a selfless good deed. And if you're doing it knowing that you're not getting anything physical in return, that would be even more of a selfless good deed. But honestly, every perfect situation means everybody benefits. So, like, me helping you, that helps me, that's a better situation than me helping you that doesn't help me. You know what I mean? Like, even if it is technically, like, you're talking about selfless good deeds, like, what's what and blah, blah, blah. But
that's a really good way to look at it. Isn't it better for us both to...
Right. Isn't it better for us both to get... Exactly.
To benefit from this interaction, then...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because usually, physically speaking, one person will always benefit more than the other, whether that's through money or through, the service or whatever. But, if I'm getting that satisfaction and I feel good about it, I don't care, bro. You know what I mean? And if you're still getting help the way you need help, then everybody wins.
That's a good way to look at life. How can I walk into every situation and benefit?
And everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Everybody else and myself the most.
Exactly.
How can everybody that I talk to today walk out of here with a win-win situation?
Right, exactly. Yeah, and that's, like, I feel like not only in a work environment or, like, anything like that, that's just in general. Like, if you're going to, for instance, if we're going to league and we're like, all right, bro, I'm just trying to bowl the best I can, but, like, if I know that Jacob's messing around or something like that, or not messing around, but, like, maybe he's stuck on one thing that he can't fix or whatever. If I know how to help him, why would I not help him? He's on my team, bro. Like, we're all gonna succeed that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's just, if you can look at it that way, like we're all working together, then it's different. It's not as me versus you type of feel all the time.
It's that way with everything, dude. Work relationships, your everyday interactions with the people you care about.
Right.
There's a give and take on everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel like a lot of times, like, I don't know that it's taught necessarily, but like in a school standpoint, like whether it's tryouts or scores and on your
That
tests or
mentality.
whatever it is, it's always like a me versus you. Or even like in high school, I remember like, because I was never like trying to go for valedictorian, but I remember being in classes with the top few kids and they're like, hey, what'd you get on that test? That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Instead of like, hey, I got a 99. What'd you get? Like, oh, 99. Cool, man. You know what I mean?
Hey,
They're like,
congratulations.
they're like, damn it, I did not get anything on it. And like, that's great. I think it's great to have that drive. You know what I'm saying? But I think, if it was more of a, hey, that's cool that you got an 89, but like, you know, how can I help you get to, you know, a 94 or whatever? 94, like whatever, yeah.
Still not better than me. Getting something. No, I'm just kidding. But
I don't know. I feel like there's just always a competition aspect of everything, which is good and bad because it does drive certain people to do better. Like if you pin me up against somebody, I want to be able to beat them. Period. Like regardless of what it is. But if I have the opportunity to work with them and we can both succeed, then why not?
Right.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I just think it's unnecessary.
Well, and the thing is, it doesn't follow you out of, or it follows you out of like schools,
right?
Like into like the everyday work life,
right?
When I was at Aaron's, there was pressure on me every month.
You're competing.
Yeah,
you're competing for a promotion.
I'm competing with for a promotion. I'm competing for top salesman of the month in the company.
Now, that's when I think it's a little bit healthy though, because you came into work every day. All right, I need to sell something.
It can be, but then
that can be stressful on you. But that's almost the like, as long as you're not hindering other people from getting sales,
right?
Then it's healthy. But it's that first time that somebody's like, ooh, let me go get this before they do. You know what I mean? In terms of like, it's no longer looked at as, hey, we're trying to get to this goal as a team.
Yeah.
It's, I need to get to this faster than they do. That's when it's unhealthy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, if it's just like, hey, like friendly competition, like, oh, how many sales you got this month? You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's healthy.
There was definitely times like that.
Because that's more of being held accountable, I feel like, than a competition.
And between the teams, like the people in store, I feel like that's how it was, even between store versus store. Like, Anderson and Kokomo always had the friendliest rivalry on the face of the planet.
Right.
It was always dirty smack talk over the phones. And those were the two top leading stores every month, no matter what month. But then, breathing down your neck, you're not doing good enough. Why aren't you beating them? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? It doesn't stop because he's hearing it from the guy above him, from the guy above him, from the guy abbe him, from the head of the company.
Right. When the head of the company could be going to these stores and having
You're doing such a great job as sales manager of this. What can we do to make it easier on you to make this store grow?
Exactly.
Rather, what I do is I go to stores, hand out flyers. I go to apartments, hand out flyers. I go door to door, hand out flyers. I send my delivery people whenever they do deliveries. They do 5 up, 5 downs. They go 5 doors up, 5 doors down, handing out flyers.
Right.
Like, all I do is market.
Right. Trying to push.
You are a major company in this world. Make a fucking commercial.
Right. Yeah.
But
that's just investing back into your own stuff. They want everybody to do it for them, though.
Yeah.
When your boss doesn't want everyone to work together, including themselves, that's when it turns into unhealthy, like we were talking about before, unhealthy competition. Because the people that do understand that are the ones that take advantage of that so quickly. They're like, well, if that's how it's going to be, I'm not going to lose. And there's some people that just are like that. You know what I mean? If it comes down to me versus you, I'm not going to lose. That's the mentality.
Saw a bunch of it in this car sales world too.
Yeah. Some of the things I heard while working over there, bro, was crazy. Like from just salesmen up front and stories they had about just jerks that worked there, and I'm like, I could never be here. Like, not up there. I enjoyed it in the back. I couldn't sell cars. Couldn't do it.
The idea of the money was good.
Oh, yeah. Like the idea of having a great month, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
It really drove me some months. Mm-hmm. But towards the end, it
breaks you down. Yeah, once you have a couple months that are like,
you know what really sucks is when you have a really good month, and then the next month you don't get any better.
Yeah.
Like, that's what really irritates me, is I'll be like 1 or 2 sales short of what I did the month prior.
Yeah.
That's what really...
Because then you feel like it's a
down month, for sure.
Yeah, you're digressing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Degressing, regressing, right?
Regressing.
Yeah. I said that and I was like, that's not right. I was sitting over here, wait, what's the word?
Dictionary. Find it right in the 2nd grade.
This is the hard part right here.
Yeah. Fuck.
Because we're all like, all right, we have nothing else to
Right.
contribute to that specific conversation.
Right.
Like,
and
what's next?
I was sitting here trying to find a loophole, like, out of it.
Yeah. It's hard when it doesn't naturally
flow, when you have to decide.
Here, I've got this. I wanted to talk about this a little bit earlier.
Honestly, bro, keep that in. I want people to
Yeah.
understand how difficult this actually is sometimes. Just keep it in.
I got you. I was doing little Netflix surfing last night, and the documentary section popped up. There's a few of them that I wanted to talk about. Kanye has one
Okay.
called Gene Yuz.
Yeah, I need to. I never watched it.
Jade and I are
started
going to watch it this weekend. So I'll let you guys know how it is. It's a 3-episode series. The first one is like an hour and a half.
I think they're all an hour and a half.
Really?
I think they're all at least an hour.
Yeah.
Well, I was really excited to watch that one. I started...
Did you ever watch McGregor's?
No.
It's so
We
good.
started it when we were at
watched
Vine.
it. It's so good.
We started it at
I
Vine.
might watch it again tonight. Not even gonna have to lie to you.
I started a Jim Carrey documentary. It was called Jim and Andy. It was really good, and it talks about Jim Carrey's mind and how he wants to be able to find happiness in what he's doing, and find out exactly what it is. I'm going to pull up the description, because to be honest, I did fall asleep in the middle of it because it was 2 in the morning. All right, it was 2 in the morning. Here it is. Through the lens of his stunningly impressed and... Oh, shit. It's called Jim and Andy, The Great Beyond, featuring a very special contractually obligated mention of Tony Clifton. What I had read on it, it was... Jim Carrey ponders on the meaning of life, reality, identity, and career. So, and Jim Carrey's always just been one of those people to speak his mind with just pure truth, I feel like. So I feel like diving into that documentary is going to be very good.
I bet that would be a
sure.
good one. I bet that would be a good one.
Because also, Andy is who he drew his inspiration from. So it's talking about his idol, basically. And he ended up playing Andy in a movie of Andy's life.
Oh, sick. And, dude, imagine.
Right.
Imagine, like, being an actor and you have somebody that you're like,
killed it.
That's it. That's the guy I want to be like. And then you get to play their freaking...
Like, Andy's thing was, he's just a weird guy. Like, what made him funny was you didn't know what the fuck he was going to do.
Right.
And that is exactly what Jim Carrey is.
Yeah.
You don't know a true story
Especially
about
as a
that?
stand-up comedian. I don't know if you've watched any of Jim Carrey's stand-up.
No, I did not even know that he's done stand-up.
I'm 90% sure.
Yeah, he has.
Okay.
I did not know that.
Okay. I was gonna say I feel like I've seen clips, unless I'm just really mistaken.
He got big doing sketch comedy, I think, but he has stand-up. But so Jerry Lawler and Andy Kaufman had a big feud back in the 70s, right?
Okay.
And Jerry Lawler was in that movie. Like, they reenacted the wrestling match they had.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Jim Carrey refused to break kayfabe. Like, I think that he thought Andy Kaufman really hated Jerry Lawler. Because he acted like he hated Jerry Lawler for the entire... Yeah. And he wanted... They were trying to get a stuntman to take the pile driver. And
For those of you that don't know what kayfabe is...
Oh, yeah, go ahead and explain that.
I'll let you guys explain it so that I don't mess it up.
Kayfabe is a wrestling term for believing that the storyline is real.
Okay. Yeah.
Not even necessarily believing it, but just like...
You can't tell
It's
what's
the-
real and what's the story.
Exactly.
Right, it's like
yes.
kayfabe is the world in which wrestling exists, basically.
Yes.
So.
Sorry to throw you off that, but I knew that people were like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
You know what's awesome?
Huh.
You know what's awesome?
What?
Jade and Abby are gonna get it.
Yeah.
So Jim Carrey gets on the microphone, and he's like, "They want somebody else to take the fucking pile driver. I'm gonna do it." And Jerry Lawler was like, "Dude, fuck it." And he grabbed him, and he said he could see in Jim Carrey's eyes. He was like, "Oh shit, like this is real." And he picked him up and fucking hit it. And they got it on film. They put it in the movie.
Yeah, that movie's on the watch list too now for sure.
That's funny.
Have
You ever done that? Like, been in a position where you're like messing around, and then you're like, "Oh wait,
I can do this."
You're like, no, not that you can do it, but you're like, "Oh wait, like this is not a joke.
feel
Like
like
this
the
is real life."
The first time the first time you wrestle a little bit
Do you know
too
what I'm
hard
talking
with your
about?
dad.
The first time
first
you
time
put
you
in
like-
effort.
Yeah, the first time you really start trying.
You're just like,
and he's like, "Oh, okay, shit."
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Me and Dad was wrestling one time, and he put me in an ankle lock, and I was like, "Ha ha ha, that don't hurt." And he put some pressure on me, and I tried to toughen up because I'm probably like we had wrestled before at this time, but like he still wasn't trying to wrestle me. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I'm probably young. I'm probably 13,
okay.
young teenager.
Okay.
Very young.
So he's
teenager.
about giving 15% effort.
If that. So, especially my scrawny ass at the time. So, he gets me in an ankle lock, bro. And actually, I bet I was younger than that because I feel like this was at 26th Street. So, I was probably 12. But I'm like, you know, on my hands, like doing push-ups, like trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this don't hurt. Dude, he like sunk down in the ankle lock for real. Like really put his legs around my leg and sunk down into it and got on the ground and started. I said, all right. Bro, I tapped so quick.
Oh my god.
That's the first one that I remember. Like, oh my god, my dad's gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? I was like, he's mad or something. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Have you ever wrestled with somebody like just messing around and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, we're wrestling for real.
Yeah.
Like this is about to get heated. I mean, me and Chase have done that a million times.
Oh, dude.
But I've done it with like my friends sometimes, and I'm like, all right, bro, I'm done. I ain't trying to do this.
When Gavin smokes, he gets scrappy. He wants to fight. I don't know what it is. But
Tell him I smoke.
huh?
I'm just playing.
You want the smoke?
One of my childhood friends, Demetrius, God rest his soul. I was staying the night at his house one night, and unfortunately, he did have a little bit of an anger problem. We were wrestling one day. He jumped over the couch on me, and I got him into like a headlock or something. And I got him around and like got his waist, and like he came around, elbowed me in the face. And,
Oh my god!
yeah, well, not like legit.
Oh,
like
I
he
was
didn't
like,
mean to.
dang.
He didn't mean to. Like we were wrestling. Like he was trying to like grab my neck
Hey, bro,
or something.
I gave Chase Sweet Chin music one time.
Hey man, I almost did you. That got real quick. Shit, if you want to tell that story. in a
That was
minute.
so funny.
But anyway, so yeah, that happened, and then it caught me pretty good, whatever, and then he jumps back over, just storms out of his room, and yeah, so that was the end of that. So.
That was the end of that scene.
Yeah, no, talking about that just reminded me of Demetrius.
Yeah. Bro, me and Chase have done that a million times where I may or may not have been trying to get him a little riled up, you know what I mean? And I get under his
You
skin a
get
little
him
bit.
just a little too much.
Yeah, but I was definitely looking for the wrestling match. I was looking for it. But there were definitely times when I was like, Chase ain't that little. Like he a little bit bigger. Like he bigger than he used to be.
Man,
you know what I mean?
I don't want the
I don't
smoke
even know
as
that
much as
it
I
was
used to.
it wasn't the size because like we've always been, I'd say, fairly close in size.
Right.
I don't know.
I just don't
like
wanna pick on
my
him
high
anymore.
school versus your middle school is different. That's because
Right.
that's just a different times in life. But like
Yeah.
in terms of like when we've been in the same part of life, like high school or we were both kind of in middle school, like I'd say we weren't that far off. And now I'd say we're pretty similar. But that just made me laugh. Sorry. I think it was just one day he was like, all right, bro. He's like, you ain't finna keep getting me like this because it, like when we were little, it was always like he wanted to wrestle, like, you know, mess around, wrestle. And then, but if I was trying to really getting mad. He was just mad, and that was it.
Yeah.
And he was done. Like, he
Yeah.
didn't want to play no more type stuff. But I was just always looking for a little bit more, bro. I just want a little bit of real,
I was
real wrestling. Just a little
I was
bit.
theatrical,
little bit.
bro.
Yeah.
I like the idea
He
of
liked-
playing wrestling.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I like
That's
He
why
liked the idea of, like, if we was tag teaming against stuff
Right.
like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
my shit.
yeah.
I can't wait for Lincoln to get to be like 8.
Oh yeah,
8 or
not
9,
even,
bro. Not even.
5.
Not even. Yeah.
5.
That's
Because
what I was
that's
gonna
when
say.
you can
but
do
then that
everything to
fell a
them and
little
they're
bit.
still having fun.
Right,
Because when
yeah.
they're about 8 or 9, they're like, all right, my turn. And
My
you're
turn.
Like,
Whoa,
you can't do this
whoa.
stuff, bro. Like,
Bro,
you know,
I've been wrestling with Emma since she was like
right?
3.
Oh
Dog. Like,
yeah. 5 is just, but
Uh,
they'll understand it at 5 and be able
Right.
to actually sit and watch it. Because like, even Grayson will sit and watch wrestling with us sometimes and be like point stuff out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I know they can understand it.
On the
You know
off chance my mom listens to this, I wanted a brother.
Hey, bro, I had 2 of them. It
Hey,
was
we
great.
love Cora though. We love.
We were
sis.
talking about the other day at work being an only child. I could never, bro. I don't know how that would like.
dude.
Is that not the worst time of your life? I just need to know all my, only childs out there. I need,
Turn
yeah,
that
no,
back
Comment below
this
if
is
you were an
real
only
life.
child.
This is real life. This is the FoF poll of the week. Are you an only child, or you have multiple siblings? Poll of the week. All
There
right.
you go.
Anyways, yeah, I could never be an only child. Like that, I feel
don't
like
think I could.
Man, same.
I wouldn't even know what
Like
to do.
who do you blame to get out of lies? Like honestly, the dog,
No, bro, I don't feel like I ever blamed nothing on Chase.
liar.
You feel that way?
I feel like
Maybe not big.
Yeah,
I mean, I
I don't
feel
think
like
I
there's
ever
definitely
like planted
times-
something. I might have been like, "Hey, that dirty dish ain't mine. That's Chase's." You know what I
there's
mean?
definitely been
But-
stuff like, and there's definitely been times where we were both doing something, and then we got in trouble, and all of a sudden Chase was
Oh,
doing
I don't think so.
Ah.
I don't think so.
Like,
I don't think so.
No, that's legit. Because
I'd
I
have
did
to-
that
I'd
with
have
Cora
to-
so
I'd have
much.
to hear. I'd have to hear some.
I'd have to really think about it, but I'm sure that has happened.
I'd
I'm
have to
sure
hear
of
at least
that.
a basic explanation. Like
Okay,
Hunter
so
lied. Hunter was a little liar, bro.
Hunter didn't lie.
God, he
Hunter
was
used-
a snitch and a liar.
Yeah, he didn't
I couldn't
snitch on me,
stand-
though. He
He
didn't-
snitched on me all
No,
the
he
fucking
snitched on
time.
Chase, but he would lie straight up. He'd be like, nah, no, they did it.
hey, Cora will hold. Cora will have a gun pointed to her face.
She ain't
and
lying, or
not-
she ain't snitching.
She ain't snitching.
Hunter ain't never snitched on me, as far as I know.
I snitched on Scotty one time on accident.
What was that even about? I remember it, but
I know
don't
exactly what it was
remember
about.
Was
So-
it?
Because you had done Jameson dirty, okay? That's
What
why.
was the?
So
What'd you do to J-Bo, bro?
So he didn't want to play the drums at the basketball game.
Oh yes. I didn't want to go to the basketball game and play drum set.
Okay.
So he told Mr. Clark and Jameson and me.
I don't know why I told Jameson this. Like, I don't know why I didn't just. I think it was because I was nervous that Jameson wouldn't play at the time. I was nervous that he wouldn't go, and then we would all be in trouble.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was scared
Right.
of. But yeah, it was something. I don't even remember what the lie was, but I
He
told
said
him that
he
I
was
was
going
doing
to
something
work.
else. Yeah,
He said he was
yeah.
going to
Scotty doesn't have a
And he
job.
told mom he
Hey, I
was
was
going
working
wherever
at the
he
Village
actually
Bowl.
went.
I don't know. Who even knows?
And
Well,
then
that
I-
would have been like junior, senior year in high school. Who knows?
So I'm chilling at home, just talking to mom, and I'm like, I said something about Scotty being at work, and she was like, he's not at work. I was like, yeah, he is. That's why he's not at the game. And she was like, what are you talking about?
Oh my God! Yes, because I knew Mom would be mad if she knew that I was supposed to be at the game.
Which, if
So,
you had just told me
In
that.
my, yeah. So
Right.
really, I just
Nothing.
messed up by not telling Chase the extra information. So yeah, he didn't really snitch on me. That
But
was
then
that was
he-
just lack of.
But then you didn't tell me nothing for a while, dude. Because you
I was mad about it because
Yeah,
I bet.
in the moment I took it as like, bro,
Yeah.
why didn't you just shut up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, like, I didn't give him all the information. And yeah, I definitely remember that. But I was like, all right, how can I tell Mom the truth? And I was like, I'll tell her where I'm actually going. Bam.
There
Didn't
you
lie
go.
to her. I just didn't tell her that I didn't go to the game. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah. I should
It
have.
never works out that way, does
No,
it?
ever. I got caught.
Never.
No, I mean, I shouldn't say never because I got away with a lot of stuff in high school.
I just stopped getting responses
From your mom?
from my mom.
Nah. Mom always wanted to know where I was at. We said Mom, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. We used to pre-take pictures of, like, because she used to be like, where are you going?
No way.
Swear to God. Me and Mark did it all the time.
Oh my god.
Where are you going? We're going, I'm just at Mark's house. Show me. Because she knew. Like, she
Right.
knew I wasn't.
Mama.
sorry.
You were one of those moms.
Not
Let
all
me
the
see a
time. Not all the
picture.
time. It was
Okay.
only after, like, I had gotten in trouble
Right.
a couple times.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got
I'm not,
you,
I'm
I
not,
got
yeah,
you,
she
I
wasn't
got
like that.
No
my whole-
disrespect.
No. It was only after I
good
had already
parenting,
gotten
good
been
parenting.
out.
Yeah,
Like,
well, it was already like I had gotten in trouble for like riding around with the twins before they were legally allowed to have people in their car. Like it was after that.
Yeah.
Like I had
Yeah.
already messed up a couple times, and I wasn't the one driving, so like I didn't really have the extra control of the situation
Right.
where she would be comfortable with being like, all right, time to go home. You know what I mean? Like there isn't that, because if that was the case, she either had to come get me or somebody had to take me there. Like because I'm talking like sophomore year of high school.
I got you.
But yeah, we would take pictures of like Mark laying on his couch or like chilling at home by his like fridge or something, like just something funny, you know what I mean, to send to her. And then, yeah, then we just got to do whatever we was doing for the night. That is wild. I'm so sorry, Mom.
We're alive. We're okay.
Exactly. I made it. It was
I
fun.
remember one night, me, you, Mark, Joey, Alexis, all went to IHOP.
Wow. I forgot about that. I was like, what? Yeah. See, so many random.
I think I
Thanks.
drove the van with all of us in it.
You drove, you're like, yes, your grandma's fan. That is.
With all of us in
Dude,
it, bro. The
I
3-row
texted
van
you.
was ideal.
I texted you and said, bro, what are you doing?
we
And you and Mark had not really even gotten along
No.
at that point in time at all. Like
were okay after
yeah,
that night
and
for like 2 months.
because he was like, see what Jacob's doing, and I was like, bro, I was like, if you're trying to, I was like, I don't know what you're trying to do right now. I was like, but I'm not trying to start no beef or I'm definitely not trying to be in the middle of nothing. And he was like, no, bro, like I genuinely like we're bored, like we're looking for something to do. And then Jacob was like, well, we could go to IHOP. I'll see if they want to go. And
I was home.
yeah.
I wasn't even at Joey and Alexis's. So
They're like, okay. Well, actually, I think we just asked Joey, and Alexis was like, I'm coming.
probably.
Okay. Sounds good. Whatever. We just
Probably.
want food, bro. Yeah, that was fun.
Damn, I'm gonna take
Random nights like that, bro. All the time in high school. Now I don't do anything like that.
Right.
It's so
Yeah.
crazy. Like,
Well, I can't say that.
I don't do anything like that. I don't even, if I'm not home by 11, I'm low key irritated.
The last time I did something like that, me and Jade were on FaceTime, and it was like 2:30 in the morning. We could not sleep, neither of us. So what's the logical thing to do? It's a Friday night. You're going over to her house the next day anyway.
So you just went over, you drove all the way
So I
there?
drove over there at 2. I ended up leaving my house at about 3 after packing a bag and everything because I was staying for the weekend anyways. So I left about 3. Got there about.
Oh, that's
this is gonna be
dangerous.
horrible. This is gonna be horrible. I got there at about 4:50 a.m. Got in bed with her. Woke up at about noon. Went and got brunch. Well, lunch. And yeah.
And yeah. He got to the end, and he was like, I ain't got nothing else to say.
Well, I don't want to give it our
Yeah,
entire
right,
day, you feel me?
yeah.
Like, I did just get there, you know?
I did just get there. Okay, Free Fair Holiday Classic Friday night is sold out. A Squad's awaiting one final payment. I think. Actually, hold on. Where's that guy? Yeah,
Did
one
Nick pay
final
you?
one final payment on A Squad, one final payment on B Squad, and then we'll be completely sold out. We will have.
That's for the classic.
We will, yeah, for the Free Fair Holiday Classic. We will have 20 chamois available in just a few different colors at the Holiday Classic, so that'll be nice. And then we'll take orders for those also, and we'll be able to get those out, shortly after that. Probably a couple weeks into January would be our next order for chamois. And we'll have Holiday Classic T-shirts available to order at the tournament as well. On the last one, I am excited for it though.
I am too. I'm really hoping that I'm able to get one of those days off. That way I'm able to be there and help you guys.
Yeah, I'm excited
with everything.
I think Kaylee's gonna try to take pictures.
Hell yeah.
And we're either gonna work something out, deal like for her to make it worth her while to come or whatever. But I think we're gonna have the pictures she takes. She's gonna have her watermark on them or whatever.
Okay.
And then you can pay for that specific picture, like $1, $2.
We should also set it up to where we can post them to the website as like a gallery with her name, with her watermark over them. Yeah. But so that people can see them.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, I'm excited. The social media will be popping.
Yeah, for sure.
I will announce on the podcast that I'm going to make a Free of Fear bowling group so that Free of Fear is not constantly posting, bowling related things. There will be a group that you can check for all tournament updates, roster updates, payment deadlines, etc. That way it's all in one spot and it's easier to look up than trying to find the different events and trying to find my Facebook or the Free Fair Facebook or Dwayne's, etc. It'll all be in one spot on Facebook, so be on the lookout for that on Facebook. It'll be made by the time this is out. So,
are we gonna stick with Mondays as our upload day?
Except we did it on Tuesday, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
So we're gonna stick with Tuesdays.
I like Tuesday. I think it's a good time of week. It gives you the rest of the week to listen to it, and it's not Monday.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. I'm fine with that. It gives me almost a whole week to edit too, so I'm completely okay with that.
Tuesdays at 11.
Tuesdays at 11. The Free of Fear podcast.
I like that. That's sick.
Yeah. All right, bro. We'll have one more little question thing before we go.
All right.
Give me one guy, or not guy, but any person famous that you're like, I want to have them on the pod, bro. Like that's a goal. Like down the line for you to be like, I would love to have them.
Are we thinking realistically, like
brother?
You're right.
Brother, don't ever say that to me. Don't ever say that to me.
Right.
Everything's realistic.
You're right.
Don't ever. You can have anybody you want.
You're right.
And then also think of somebody that's like, all right, if they ain't on by in halfway through next year, then we've messed up. You know what I mean? That's one of our homies or something. Yeah. Somebody that you're like, and think outside the box. Like we all know the people that's already going. You know what I mean? That's already going to be on here as far as our people. Locally.
Chase, you got somebody? I'm still thinking.
I think my all-time one. I mean, this is just because I've been real big on the train, but Joe Rogan, bro. If I had Joe Rogan on my podcast, that would be like I made it. I made it, bro.
I was definitely thinking Rogan.
Have the biggest podcaster in the world on your podcast. I think that's
that'd be pretty ideal.
Yeah, that's my wild one.
It's a random shout. I would fucking love to have Steve-O on our podcast.
Steve-O. Oh yeah.
Because that would be pretty wild.
He knows, like, he's got his own podcast. Like, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
That would be pretty wild.
So it'd be a good conversation.
I'm gonna say Shaq.
Oh, that's solid. That would be awesome. Another one I was thinking of is Jelly Roll. Okay. Mostly because he's been on like a podcast little tour. Like he's done 3 or 4 in a row, and they're all well worth the listen. Like, like not one time am I like, all right, I might turn this off. You know what I mean? Like the whole time I'm interested.
Yeah.
He's very good at holding conversation.
Yeah, I think with Shaq, we would be really, as basketball fans,
I think
that we would be able
awesome.
to pick his mind about him and Kobe or him and Jordan. Because I watched a TikTok or a Reels yesterday where Shaq was talking about that he's only been dunked on 3 times, like actually
Yeah, I
like
saw
posterized, and
Jordan,
once was by Jordan,
and then 2 dudes that I
and then 2 dudes that I can't remember.
The last
honestly.
one I remember thinking who.
Right.
The second guy I feel like was probably a common name back in the day, but I can't remember who it was.
But yeah, I think that would be because Shaq had talked about in that video how he helped Jordan up.
Mm-hmm. And Jordan was like,
and
nah.
Jordan was like, nah, don't do that. Don't show respect. Show respect by showing no respect.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, dude, that's wild.
That's a warrior, bro.
Right.
That's a warrior.
No, I think that would be really fun to just dissect his mind because Shaq had said after that he went into the next finals being like,
yeah, I'm taking everything.
I'm taking everything.
Yeah. I'd like to talk to Shaq as a business or from a business standpoint. That dude like that's what I'm saying. We could talk more to him after his career.
So much.
Oh yeah,
because he's also a music guy.
Yeah, and
he's done so much like philanthropy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a genius. He is a genius.
But on his business aspect of it, for sure.
Yeah.
He's a big guy there too, especially with the shoes that he had in Walmart. He didn't care about that shit.
No, because he knew. He's like, I'm going to make money in different ways, bro. And that's what I'm saying. When you're in the position to help, you help every time, bro. People like that will always win, I think.
Right.
When
what
you have
good
a good
deed did Shaq, or what good feeling or what goodness does Shaq get from doing that shoe deal?
Right, yeah.
Other than just...
I mean, he's still making money, don't get me wrong, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah, the mindset
Not
of,
as much
I don't
as
have
if
to
you
be in
been
Foot Locker, bro. You know what I mean?
$100
Yeah, right,
shoes,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as people we know, I think we need to get Ryan Kramer on the phone.
Ryan is definitely one that I'm excited for.
I was thinking Clark.
Clark is a good one. I was thinking about Sean Kirsten.
Okay.
I've already told you guys that before that he's our tattoo guy. Well, our whole family's tattoo guy now, pretty much. But
I want him to do my next piece.
Yeah. I mean, really, bro, if Free of Fear would not be what it is if it weren't for the conversation that we had. Like, I've only got one tattoo by the dude, but like that, I'll never go to anybody else. Right. Swear to you, just from that one experience, like he changed my life just from the conversations that we had that day, which is kind of crazy. But I'd like to talk about all that on the podcast, obviously, so I won't get too far into it. But
I feel like that one's achievable.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
He just find time in his schedule.
Yeah.
We'll do it while we're getting one of us is getting attacked.
I was gonna say
for real, bro. That'd be sick.
He'd do it.
That'd be sick. That'd be a live mic sesh.
I think he live streamed Dad's last one, did he not?
Yeah.
But he did it at an expo, so it was like a live event type of deal.
That'd be so cool.
And he was on the main stage the whole time, bro. I said that's got to be nerve wracking. He said it was fucking awesome. I said you're a dog. All right, boys. We got anything?
Keep going.
Let's
keep going. I like these questions.
Man, well, that means I gotta keep coming up with them.
No. Okay, let's say this. You get a private dinner with somebody. Who do you want that dinner to be with? Anybody in the world.
We gotta be alive?
No. Alive or dead. We'll say anybody ever.
Alive or dead.
Ooh.
Just dinner? Like
just a dinner. You can just one dinner.
So
1 hour.
Okay.
Just 1 hour.
That's what I meant by like I was looking for
a time frame.
Yeah, a time frame.
I got you.
That's a good question.
I don't even know the answer to
Is
my
this
own
for
question,
I mean, what are we looking for here? Are we looking for just like is this for like motivational purpose?
That's up to you.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I think I'm gonna go a different route because usually I always take these as like, what can I gain from this? Which is like if I was in that situation, that's how I would truthfully attack it. But just because I'm trying to have a good time, I'm gonna have dinner with Lil Wayne. That's my favorite rapper ever, and so I'm gonna just make it simple on me. Because if not, I can sit here and think about that question probably for way too long.
Right. Yeah,
so I'm gonna just make it a little simple on myself.
For sure. Looking at it from that aspect of it, because I was definitely thinking like, who do you think you would gain most from? But,
right.
Dude, so many names that come to my head. I want to say
There's one name that keeps popping in my head, so I'm
Who's
just gonna
yours?
say it. Is probably gonna be Mac Miller. Bro.
Mac Miller.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
that's
solid.
one of the names that
That's
was popping
solid.
in my head. I'm gonna say Kobe. Kobe. I think I'd be able to gain the most from Kobe as well as enjoy myself.
Yeah, that'd be a good conversation.
Because we all know Kobe
Until he
smokes.
made fun of you for whatever you were eating.
Well,
He'd be like, "What the fuck's on your plate, bro?"
and I'll be like, a steak, Kobe Bryant.
Starts trash talking.
You're
you,
right,
bro, at
yeah.
dinner.
I wouldn't even know what to do. Imagine, like,
You got 1 hour. That's what the fuck you order, bro.
you got 1 hour.
These are the questions
You
you
order
prepared.
a fucking cheeseburger with fries.
You got 1 hour with me, bro. Let's fucking play 1-on-1 right now.
Chicken tenders,
Let's
bro.
play 21.
Shoe up, bro.
Shoe up.
Shoe up, man. Rips his sweats off.
He showed up in his full jersey,
Oh,
his shorts, bro. Just
Man,
Let's chop her to the core.
that's like if Kobe was Patrick Beverly. Like that's the vibe I just got. Just always, just like locked in all the time, always ready, just staring at you, bro. That would be Kobe. What?
You didn't hear what I said?
I
I
tried
did
not to acknowledge
I
it.
didn't even listen to what
Okay.
he said.
I was
I don't
like-
listen to Kobe jokes if it was a Kobe
Yeah.
joke. You shut your
I'm
whore
gonna
mouth.
edit it out.
Yeah, you shut your mouth.
Yeah.
We don't
It just-
disrespect
it
the
just
GOAT.
slipped out.
I'm just playing. He ain't the GOAT, but
He's one of them.
he's top 5.
For sure.
He's the greatest Laker of all time.
That's difficult. That depends. Did more for the franchise? Yes. Greatest player to ever put on a Laker uniform and play for the Lakers, like in the time frame they play for the Lakers? I disagree.
Who is?
Magic.
That's fair.
Okay.
It is.
Who's 2?
Yeah,
It's got to be Kobe.
Kobe and then Shaq. I think it's
Kareem.
Kobe.
You gotta
and
look at
Shaq.
Kareem. I would have to look at like head to head as a Laker. Kareem, honestly Kareem, Kobe, and Shaq, because Kareem did win a lot. I mean, I know Kobe obviously
Sure.
played for much longer, so like his career totals are gonna be longer. But
Right.
like we said, what they did for the franchise,
It goes
I'm gonna
Magic,
go-
Kobe, Kareem, Shaq.
that's probably my opinion. But Shaq, I don't know, because
I'd switch
can you
Kobe
put
and Magic, but then
I don't know, bro, because can you put Kobe 1 and Shaq 4 though?
Yes. As
As
the
a-
time as a Laker, yeah.
How though? How do you do that?
he won 2 more titles.
1 to 4 though. When he doesn't get 3 of those without
When
Shaq
Kareem
anyway?
is the 3, yeah.
I don't know.
Respectfully.
I don't know,
Because you're
you'd have to-
separating Magic from Kareem.
We'd have to
that-
look. We'd
that
have to look.
1 to 3.
Yeah, I think that's fair, man.
We'd have to look. I
So
don't know.
then you're... So do you
Oh,
wanna
that's a
move,
good point. That's a good point. I get you what you're saying. Magic and Kareem being 1. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
So you want to move Kobe to 3 or no?
No, Kobe's 2.
All right.
I'll take that. That's a good argument.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It just came to my head.
Anyways, so who's yours? Who are you? Oh, you said Mac Miller. Sorry, I forgot. That's a good answer.
It's a really good answer. Have you guys watched any of the Tiny Desk concerts?
Oh, all of them.
Dude,
Seen
love
some
them.
of them.
I've become such a big fan of Anderson .Paak because of it. The song Suede is so much better on the Little Desk album than it is on Spotify.
My buddy,
Yes, Lord!
my buddy Caleb showed me last night at League. He's been getting into like vinyl records or whatever, and he bought the Tiny Desk.
What?
They have vinyl records.
I guess.
Of the actual Tiny Desk version?
I guess.
Yo,
I said, "Is that real?" He said, "I just bought it." I said,
I got
was
a
like,
vinyl collection, bro. I'm about to have some new entries.
That's
Dude,
good.
I've
He got
been
a-
wanting
he
to
got
get
a
a,
few- he got
I've been wanting to get a
Macadelic
record
also.
player for so long.
He's had one.
I've had one too. My
I
mom
need
has
a
one
new
right
one.
now. I got my
Yours doesn't
mom
work
one for
anymore?
It
Christmas a
works.
while
It's
ago.
just the sound is a little
few years ago.
staticky.
Wasn't it kind of like cheap?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it was just
I
kind of
need-
like, it was more for the,
Right.
oh, I got a record player.
I need like an actual like,
Yeah.
A decent one.
Yeah. That's like, because you've had that for a minute, too.
I got my
I
mom
was like, there's
one
no
for,
way that was like expensive
Right.
when you got it.
I got my mom one for Christmas on Black Friday a few years ago, so I wonder if she still A, has it, B, wants it,
Have you got-
C, wants to give it to me.
Have you guys listened to the T-Pain Tiny Desk concert?
I haven't seen
No.
Dude, it's
his.
good.
With
That
or
man-
without auto-tune?
Without. That man can
hell
sing.
Yeah, no, he can sing.
He can
sing. He's one of those that's like, bro, why? Why
Right.
use
But
all
he
that?
was also that guy to really make
Yeah.
it popular.
He's like Kanye, bro. He just uses it as its own instrument.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There was a few of them where I was just like, damn, this is really good. Mac Miller's is really good. Anderson .Paaks was really good. There was another one that was really good. Whose was it? Oh shit. Tyler the Creator's is really good. That's not who I'm thinking about, but
It's like the modern day MTV Unplugged, but better.
kinda, yeah.
Because most of the MTV Unplugged were not great. I'm not gonna lie. The Nirvana one is awesome. That's about it.
Was that Diesel? Did you hear that?
Yup.
He said,
No, I didn't even hear it.
He's probably moving around upstairs in the bathroom. I had another question. Oh, all right. When you meet somebody for the first time, what's the first question that you're likely to ask? Other than, like, obviously this simple, like, what's your name? But, like, when you're like, all right, I'm trying to see what this person's about, what's the first thing you're going to ask them? Or one of the first things, because obviously it may not always be the same.
Oh my god, no! Because I have the perfect question for this, and to be honest, Jade asked me it, like when we first started talking.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it was until you just said that.
So if I'm just trying to get to know, like, somebody I just met, like, at the bowling alley or whatever, like, so where, what do you do? Where do you work?
Right.
That's usually, like, one of the first things. But if I'm trying to, like, all right, what's this dude think?
Get to know
Yeah, what's
somebody.
this dude think about this? You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. There's a lot of different ways to go because, like, I feel like there's a lot. If I ask you something about politics and you immediately are super into it, we're not gonna get along. I'm just let's just be honest. If I ask you something silly about, one of the very small parts of politics, and they're like, well, Biden and Trump and blah. All right, bro, you gonna have to just stay over there, and I'll just stay over here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But that I'll definitely use politics as like, all right, bro, if you give me a vague answer here, we can be cool. You know what I mean? If you're super opinionated, even if it's with something I agree with, like if I agree with you, even if you're super, super opinionated on that, I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to listen to it.
No, I'm the same way. I do not like talking about politics, like, within the friend group.
No.
Like,
I don't like talking about politics, period, because...
Like, no, at all. Like, especially, like, with my relationships.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Like,
anybody that I'm seeing multiple times a week, I'm usually not talking about that. Now, if it's somebody that I'm like, all right, we can have a conversation. You know what I mean? Like, there are some people that it's just, yeah, all right. We know that we get to this disagreement, and that's the end of the conversation. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing after. I can talk politics with those people, but even then, I don't really care for politics. Like, I'm more of a, talk about social issues. We can talk about that. Like, you know what I mean? But I'll do that too. Like, I'll say, bring up a social issue that I, hey man, you see this shit going on? And if they bash it or whatever, and I'm like, all right, bro.
Now I know what I need to know.
Yeah, you're a douchebag.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, no matter what it is, if you're immediately on the side of I hate whatever they're doing, like without even having a real opinion, like, yeah, I'm like, all right,
about it.
yeah, you're just quick to hate.
Right.
Yeah, no. Or I'll ask some people, like, especially at the bowling alley, because you know how people are at the bowling alley, bro. People talk. So I'll ask somebody about somebody else. I'll be like, hey, what do you think about them? And I'll know that, like, this is the nicest person. Like, yeah, I don't want,
Right.
why? Like,
Why?
Just, you know what I mean?
What's wrong with you that
Right.
makes you not like this person?
Almost, you know what I mean?
Right.
Not literally to that point,
Right,
because, like,
but
obviously anything can be.
What happened?
Right.
Yeah.
And if you ain't got a real, like, if you're just like, yeah, I don't mess with them.
Yeah.
So you're just hating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be around you.
Yeah. No,
Like-
I get 100%.
First thing I'm gonna ask somebody when I meet them is if they smoke, because you can gauge a lot by a person's answer to that question. Because if they're like,
Oh yeah,
No.
if they're disrespectful.
Like,
or
smoke
not.
what? Huh? What do you mean?
yeah. If somebody's like, no, then it's like, okay, we're probably not gonna get along.
We
You
love
clearly-
the immediate yes.
Yeah, an immediate yes is cool, or like if somebody's like, smoke what? That to me means you're a stoner. Cause
Yeah.
that's a King of the Hill joke. He's like driving around. He's like, hey, you kids smoke? Smoke what? Yep, they're stoners.
Yeah, they're like, well, we don't smoke cigarettes. Not that.
I think the first question that I would ask somebody. Nah, dude, this is hard because I really want to find that question because it's a good question, but
I think you remember. I think I remember you saying something about this. Like one of the
thank
first,
you.
like,
I thought I was going crazy.
No, I do remember. You're like, bro, she asked me this question, and you were like, I didn't like. I wasn't even ready.
She really threw me off guard
Yeah, I
with
can't
it.
remember
Like,
what it was.
I texted her.
You asked her?
Yeah, I asked her what it was. I'm waiting on a response.
Oh man.
So somebody else like stole. No, I'll think of something else.
That would be a great time for an ad read.
Right. Speaking of which, so we are looking for some sponsorships. We're going to offer 3 different sponsorships. If interested, we can talk details. There will be a $500 option, which will get you a year-long advertisement on the podcast. $250 option, which is 6 months, and then a $100 option, which is also 6 months, which just includes a little bit less than the $250 option for your other, details for the.
Plug the email.
Oh, I was like, what? For your details for the sponsorship. If interested, contact us, freefairclothing.com or at gmail.com.
Like, I feel like the beginning
Because I've
really
dropped
flowed.
a fucking fire-ass question
Yeah,
on
yeah.
y'all.
What was
Like
the
literally
question?
out
It
of
was-
nowhere,
it
you
was
took
like,
a drink you took a drink of milk, and it was like, so.
I said, what was something that y'all did this weekend that made you think about something outside of yourself?
That is the question.
What is
No,
it? I was like, what?
That's that. I was gonna be like, that's my answer
Right.
to the question.
Oh, that's what you're going to ask?
Yeah.
Hey, what is something that happened to you last weekend that made you think about it? They're going to be like, dude, please leave me alone. Are you a
what's
cop?
your- Alright, I got one.
Hold on,
I got one that I think would like be able to tell a lot about a person. What is your favorite genre of music?
That's a good one.
Based on how like in depth their answer is. Because if you say hip hop, what kind of hip hop? Because I'm more along the lines of the chiller side of hip hop
Right.
rather than the aggressive
Yeah,
side.
you're
of
on.
hip-hop.
You're looking for J. Cole.
I'm looking for J. Cole, Mac Miller, Anderson .Paak, Bruno
Right.
Mars.
They're looking for like Drake and mainstream, like Yachty.
Mainstream,
yeah,
yes.
mainstream rap almost.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have a favorite genre.
No, me either.
I'm
I'm like-
all over
like-
the place.
I was like, you want to listen to this side of my music or this side of my
So-
music,
so
or
let me
anything in between.
Let me expand it really quick then. If you had to choose one genre
That's the hardest questions I've ever been asked. One genre of music.
to listen to on a bad day, to like boost your spirit, or something that's comforting, or what's gonna put you in the best mood on a bad day.
Oh, it's going to put me in a better mood because
Yeah.
if you want me to just be sad, I'll listen to some sad country on
No,
a sad
okay.
day and just take my whole day away.
If it's a bad day, what genre of
If I'm
music
trying
are
to
you
boost my
playing?
music, I'm playing some happy Mac Miller. So
Okay.
happy hip hop.
See, I feel
That
like
still falls into my category.
Yeah.
though, you know what I mean?
Happy, groovy hip hop.
for me, it'd probably be like some kind of rock music. I'm more of like, if I'm having a bad day, I just need to get it out.
See,
Like,
that's
I just need to let
rock is more of like a let me get hype. You know what I mean? And
right.
then-
That puts me in a better mood. If
Fair
I'm just
enough.
like, all right, fuck it, like
yeah.
I'm doing it. You know what I mean?
White boy crazy
Yeah.
type. that's what you're going through over
Throw
there.
on my Limp Bizkit and have me a time.
Oh man.
Well, how are we doing the outros?
I don't know.
That's it for
Cue
episode.
Caden Knowles outro music.
Run, mama, way.